Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trace from Zero. We've reached St. Ursula Hospital, so first I want to try to take a look around, but I don't expect it to go very far. And when we go visit Cecile, Lloyd's friend. Good morning, welcome to St. Ursula Medical College. Well, I'm sure you know us as Carlsbad's Hospital. Are you outpatients? If so, just head on into the hospital lobby. Wow, I didn't know the hospital was so this big. I sure hope Granny's doing okay. Good morning, everyone. Are you here to visit the patient? Wow, nice. Very nice. I knew it. Seeing the genuine article is so much better than pictures. Genuine? What on earth are you talking about? It would be best to just ignore him. Sorry? You will have to forgive him for us. Well, he's certainly lively, so are you here to visit someone? Let's go here to the cafeteria? Or inn, or... We at St. Ursula, we put a lot of consideration into the nutritional value of our meals. One of our specialty meals is our homemade beef stew. Would you like to learn how to make it for yourself? Deluxe beef stew. You learned the recipe for deluxe beef stew. Hello, you four. Welcome to St. Ursula staff dormitory. Some of the doctors are resting after their night shift, so please try not to disturb them. I see, so that turns into that, and... Oh, that makes sense! Is she studying in the middle of eating? I believe so. It looks like a biology textbook, judging by the photos of the sections. That's nasty. Something tells me I would not want to read something like that while eating a meal. There's no time, that isn't study time. Oh, isn't surgery just so fascinating? Yeah, but reading about surgery while eating? Visitor and outpatient lodging. Speak with a superintendent prior to use of rooms. A framed photograph of Cecile, Lloyd, and a young man with a fearless glint in his eyes sits on the shelf. Oh, it's that picture of Cecile, Guy, and me. If that's here, that must mean this is Cecile's room, right? We lucked out. Doesn't look like it's too crowded today. Yeah, the waiting room is usually packed with people. Let's try asking for Cecile at the front desk. Right, I should be able to call her here. Welcome to St. Ursula Medical Hospital. There's a front desk, but if you have any question of concern, please direct them to the receptionist on the other counter. Why? Oh, whatever. Welcome to St. Ursula Hospital. Do you have an appointment or are you here to visit someone? Neither, actually. I'm Lloyd Bennings of the Crossbill Police Department Special Support Section. We came here as part of an investigation we're conducting. I see. So you're the police. This investigation, is it related to the monster attack? Yes, ma'am. We received a request from the CGF to assist. We'd like to speak with everyone involved in the incident if possible. Of course. The hospital director isn't here right now, so shall I call the head nurse for you instead? Actually, someone I know works here, and if she isn't busy at the moment, I'd like to see if she could show us around. He sounds nervous. Of course he's nervous. We're about to call a gorgeous nurse here to give us a personal tour of the place. I think that only applies to you, Randy. Lloyd? Holy crap! She's so pretty. Beautiful. Oh, Cecile! Good timing, these police officers just arrived. They've come about the investigation. Hi. Sorry for sitting out of the blue like this. I probably should have called first. Wow, Cecile, are you crying? I've missed you so much. Welcome back, Lloyd. It's been a real long time, too. Yeah. I'm sorry for not visiting sooner, but I've been caught up with work and... But anyway, this isn't this a little too much? It's kind of embarrassing. Oh, who cares about that? Now give your big sister a hug. You've gotten so tall. We were about the same height when you left for Calvert. Well, I have had 3 years to grow. Well, this is so sweet. I'm starting to feel sick. Damn you, Lloyd! How dare you hide your beautiful goddess of a sister from me? Let me properly introduce myself. I am Cecile Noyes. So, you three are Lloyd's co-workers, right? Yes, my name is Ellie McDowell. Dear Plato, pleasure to make your acquaintance. Randy Orlando's the name. I assure the pleasure is all mine. It's nice to meet all of you. I'm such a scatterbrain. And here I was thinking that Lloyd brought his girlfriend to pay me a visit. Cecile, what are you talking about? I mean, you've been gone for almost 3 years, right? I'd hoped you'd make a girlfriend or two that you'd introduce me to. Oops, are you actually dating one of them, but trying to keep it under wraps because you're co-workers? I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to let the cat out of the bag, Lloyd. Cecile, please. So, which one is it? Ellie? Tio? Oh my, you aren't dating both of them at the same time, are you? Cecile, I'm not dating them. Does that mean you're dating him? Oh, well, I've always tried to be an understanding big sister to you. Don't worry, you got my full support. No, I do not swing that way. Well, she certainly is interesting. Oh, everything about this lady is just wonderful. Even that ditzy personality of hers. Anyway. Cecile, we're actually here about the recent monster attack. Yes, that's right. I already received permission from the head nurse to tell you everything. It happened exactly 1 week ago. That night, one of our residents, Lytton, was assaulted by some monsters. However, there was something odd about it. The CGF report mentions the possibility it may have been a misunderstanding on the victim's part. Is that what you're referring to? Exactly. It seems that the CGF weren't completely convinced by his account. Now, I don't know the specific, but I heard Lytton was attacked on the roof. The roof? How's it possible? Well, you see, the hospital roof is a terrace, completely with its own garden. The entrance to a research ward is up there too. Gotcha. So to sum it up, it ain't a place you'd expect monsters to show up. Yes, that's the conclusion that the CGF ended up reaching too. But considering they asked you to investigate further, it seems they weren't satisfied with that answer. I don't know, Cecile. Honestly, I don't think they're expecting that much out of us. Always so modest, Lloyd. I read your crossbed times, you know. I could tell from that just how hard you guys have been working. Oh, are you talking about the case in the downtown district? As far as I know, the articles didn't credit us for resolving the issue. They might not have outright stated it, but the message was clear. On top of that, a couple of those boys wrapped up in the mess were hospitalized at St. Ursula. I heard a bit about the situation while their friends came to visit them. Believe it or not, they kept mentioning that they owed a lot to you for. Huh, really? I'm glad we were able to help. Ah, you're gonna make me blush. I can see your head swelling before our very eyes, Randy. Let me think. An interview with Lytton is probably a good place to start your investigation. Yeah, if you could introduce us, that would be great. Also, I'd like to investigate the actual crime scene if possible. I don't think that will be a problem. I'll show you to both Lytton's room and the roof. Are you sure you have the time for that, Cecile? Oh, don't worry, it's no trouble at all. I'm on break right now, anyway. First, we'll head to the second floor of the hospital. Follow me, everyone. Thank you. We appreciate it. I follow you anyway, you'd like. Well, it seems like everyone's really hitting it off with Cecile. And now she walks with us. I usually end up losing track of time in the cafeteria because it's so comfy. As long as I can make progress studying, I'm happy. Flora, it's always so refreshing to see your passion for reading in action. However, just make sure you're not too engrossed in reading a book that you end up arriving late to lecture. You sound like my mom every once in a while, Cecile. But now that you mention it, I think it's almost time for a lecture. I suppose I head onto the research ward then. So yeah, exploring again with Cecile this time. In this wing of the hospital, we have rooms for patients on the second and third floors. The resident you're looking for should be on the second floor. I'll show you to his room. Appreciate it, Cecile. This should be the room. There are other patients here, so try to keep your voices down, okay? Sure thing. We just need to listen to his account. Shall we then? Things seem to be progressing well. At this rate, I may even be able to discharge you as soon as tomorrow. For real? I wouldn't lie to you about that. Once you get out of here, prepare yourself. I have 100 torrents worth of work stacked on my desk waiting for you to tackle it. Dr. Günther, come on! Wait to kick a man while he's down. Lacerations, bruises on his brain. Hardly anything major, you'll be fine in no time. Besides, you've been resting quite a lot. You must have a surplus of energy, if anything. Ma, yes. I'd say you should be able to work 10 times harder than before. This is cruel and unusual, Doctor. Are you a sadist or something? Given the amount of work I have to deal with here, I'd say I'm closer to a masochist. Good grief, what an idea's name are you two talking about? Oh? Nurse Noyes? What's the matter with you two? Talking about that sort of thing here of all places. This is a hospital. What if a child hurt you? Sorry about that. Whoops. Fair point. Oh, do we have visitors? They're officers from the CPD. They wanted to speak to Lytton directly about that incident, actually. Oh. Ah, so that's what you're here for. I should have guessed. I suppose you don't need me for that, so I'll be on my way. If you do happen to need me, I'll be making my usual rounds. Thank you, Dr. Günther. And don't even think about sneaking out to go fishing. I never would. Excuse me then. Who was that? That was Dr. Günther, one of our associate professors. Though he's an excellent doctor, his priorities are rather questionable. Now then, Lytton, are you feeling well enough to answer some of their questions? Sure, I don't mind, but didn't the CGF already come through here for their own investigation? Why are the CPD doing one now? Well, unfortunately, the CGF had hit a dead end. Because of that, they asked us to assist with an investigation of our own. Ah, okay. I guess this must mean they thought I was dreaming or something. Or maybe they figured I had the worst possible episode of sleepwalking? No, I know that can't be. Lytton, could you tell us what exactly happened last week? If possible, start from the very beginning. Yeah, no problem. It was late, and I had just finished slaving away on my research paper. You see, this particular research paper was for Dr. Lago, who's notoriously hard to please. After hours and hours spent staring at those damn pages, I found myself a bit woozy once I got up from my desk. It sort of felt like I was on a high, honestly. I went outside to get some fresh air, and that was when I heard it. Then, I don't remember much after that. The next morning, the janitor found me on the roof, passed out and torn up. I was immediately taken to one of the hospital rooms and treated, which brings us to now. Thank you. I think I have a general understanding of what happened now. So I take it you didn't get a good look of whatever it was that attacked you? Not really. It's a bit embarrassing to admit, but apparently I passed out from shock. What I can remember is the sight of blood-red eyes, white fangs, and a coat of blackish fur. The CGF asked me if I thought it was wolf-like, and I told them yes, but I was never 100% certain. I see. Where exactly were you wounded? On my right shoulder. It was covered in fang-like marks that made it look like I'd been bitten by something. But strangely enough, all my other injuries were just bumps and a sprain. If I had to guess, I'd say I was knocked down to the floor after I got chomped on, but... You're wondering why the monster stopped there. Am I right? Yeah, exactly. Isn't it strange that I wasn't torn to pieces? On top of it, it happened on the roof. I swear, when I told the CGF people that, they looked at me like I've grown a second head. The only conclusion they could come to was that I somehow staggered onto the highway and ran into a pack of monsters. But you were discovered unconscious on the hospital roof, were you not? That's true. Maybe I panicked, went up to the roof and then passed out. It's not impossible, I guess. That may be a little too far-fetched. Litten, you're the only one they can ask for details. How will they get to the bottom of this if you don't have any confidence in your own account? I'm sorry, I just don't know. And as unlikely as that explanation is, it's better than none at all, isn't it? So I figure it makes more sense that I'm just not remembering things very well. I mean, wouldn't it be even worse if it was true that monsters could just suddenly appear on the roof? I understand how you feel it, but think about it like this. If you actually were attacked on the roof, we need to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else ever again. Thank you for your help, Litten. I think we'll go investigate the scene of the crime now. Of course. Thanks for looking into this, guys. If we can figure out what happened, we'll be able to keep it from happening again, so good luck. Was all that really just my imagination? I mean, that would be the much less frightening option, but how does it explain my injuries? Who the heck was that doctor with the glasses? He was talking about medical procedures and all of a sudden he started rambling about sadism and masochism. I'm very sorry about that. Dr. Günther is a unique individual. I believe unique is too lenient an adjective in his case. That doctor with the glasses just now, that didn't strike me as a medical professional. But they called him an associate professor, so he must be qualified for the job, I guess. While he may be a resident, strictly speaking, it's still rather strange to see a doctor hospitalized here among the rest of us laymen. I wonder if this is what you'd call not practicing what you preach. So we gotta head up to the roof from here, right? Right. Let's go see for ourselves where Litten was attacked. Cecile, are you still okay on time? My break is over pretty soon, but I can at least show you where he was found. That would be great, thanks. Let's wander around again. Oh, good morning, Miss Cecile. Michael, how are you feeling? I'm feeling okay, a lot better than earlier. That's what I'd like to hear. Remember, call for a nurse if you need anything. We'll come around. Sure, thanks, Miss Cecile. And this is Mr. Gable. I heard that one of the hospital staff was assaulted by a pack of monsters about a week ago. Now what the hell is going on? They do realize that my safety must be guaranteed, do they not? What's up with this old fart? You'd think someone in need of their own private room wouldn't be nearly as this perky. I think I saw this man featured in Crossbow Times some time ago. If I remember correctly, he's a member of a Crossbow Diet, hospitalized for poor health after a recent scandal broke out. I'm willing to bet he's just hiding out here until everyone forgets about the whole thing. So he's faking illness to procure himself a hospital room? How disgusting. Since he was the head of the Imperial faction's main lapdog, I assume he was shut up in here to avoid making the group look bad. I'm almost certain that if he attempted to return to the Diet now, his previous post would be long gone. They turned him into a scapegoat. I almost feel sorry for him in a way. I assure you, if I'm hurt in any way, shape, or form, St. Ursula will incur the wrath of Speaker Hartman. And as we just heard from Ellie, probably not. Linen room. Employees only. There's no one here. So, how are you feeling today? I'm okay. Everything's the same as always. What's wrong? You're missing that smile of yours. Nothing's wrong. She must be in the middle of checkup. I'd like to ask her some questions regarding the incident, but it can wait. This is something that must be remembered. Judging by everything we thought, the scene of a crime is around here, right? Yes. Supposedly, Lytton was found collapsed in front of this bench. That matches the report, too. Oh, that's a research ward, isn't it? That's right. All of our doctors and residents do their work there. Do they perhaps perform experiments on dangerous monsters in there? Of course not, silly. The most exotic thing in there is a greenhouse where plants used for research are grown. How interesting. Thanks for taking the time to show us around, Cecile. For now, I'd like to perform a sweep of the area until we figure something out. Sure, I'm always happy to help. Well, good luck on your investigation, everyone. Be sure to turn over every little stone you can. We will. Thank you for showing us around. We'll have this solved in no time. Look forward to the good news. Okay, guys. Like I said, I think we should conduct a thorough sweep before anything else. The monsters appeared on the roof. With that assumption in mind, I want us to focus on pinning down their point of entry. That's a smart plan. Narrowing down the possibility seems to be your favorite method of investigation. Well, let's get to it. Definitely wasn't here. Yeah, not with all that water below. If they really are wolf-like monsters, climbing up from here would be near impossible for them. This is quite high, but I suppose they could have jumped from the portico? If that's true, they would have had to be able to jump an entire floor upward. Not once, but twice. Either way, I think it's pretty difficult for them to get up that way. So let's put it on the back burner for now. Lloyd, what about here? Looking at the terrain, it's definitely not impossible for this to be the point of entry, but even then, I still think it's too high up. Seems unlikely they came in from this direction. If they had wings, that would explain a lot, but I doubt that's the case. Take a look at this. Do you think the monsters might have gotten in through here? Normally you wouldn't be able to jump up here from that floor. However... So let's investigate that. Alright, we should probably climb up here and check just to be safe. Wendy, mind giving me a hand? You got it, Paul. The top of the boxes are covered in dust and strange markings. Upon further inspection, it's clear they are from paw prints. Bingo. Yeah, those are definitely from a monster. Look like a paw print to me. There's our lead. And that means... the probability they gain entry through here is extremely high. Yeah, I agree. That spot doesn't look too high up from the ground. Should probably let the hospital know so they can stop them from coming in here again. Yes, I agree. So does it mean we're done with our investigation here? Yeah, but there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Why did they even want to come up to the roof in the first place? And why were Litton's wounds as light as they were? We have a lot to figure out. I suppose only the monsters themselves would know the answer. Sounds about right. What we got should be enough to round out the CGF's report, though. It should be. But now let's report back to Cecile before we return to the city. We still need to thank her too. Back to the nurse's station then. I'm down with that. The box is coated in thick dust. It must have been left alone for a long time. Wait a second. What's wrong? No, it's nothing. If they jumped over from there should be paw prints or something on the box. But considering the dust is undisturbed, the boxes must not have been touched for a long time. Am I missing something here? Maybe it's just my imagination. What's this? At various spots on the handrail, there are signs of paint chipping. Lloyd, what is it? Find something? Not really, it's nothing important. These scratches look like they were made recently. Why doesn't he mention that? Because these two shows that there's nothing here, but here suggests that the monsters came from down here, from the parking lot, not from the cliff up here. Came here from the wall, the parking lot. It's been dreadfully loud for a while now. Can't you pipe down already? Hey guys, how did the search go? Well, I'd say there's still several loose ends to tie up, but we managed to find evidence proving that the monsters were up there. What, seriously? I guess it wasn't a dream after all. Thank you. Just know that I'm not crazy is enough for me. Our pleasure, Litton. Now we should go report our findings to Cecile. I'm sure the nurse's station would know where she's at. Wanna try checking on there first? If you're looking for that gorgeous nurse, she hasn't been around here for a while now. Make that seconds drag on that much longer. Oh, hello there, everyone. How's the investigation coming along? We're just about finished, actually. Also, I was hoping I could let Cecile know what we found. Miss Noyes, I mean? Oh, is that right? It's just like Cecile said. Come again? I've heard loads of stories about you, Lloyd Bannings. Cecile hasn't been able to stop talking about you since your big homecoming. And now I understand why you're so cute. Me? Cute? Why are you blushing, Lloyd? My word, Lloyd, we're on duty. You're just as bad as Randy. I'm not blushing, and I'm nowhere near as bad as Randy. Hey man, chill. Let me show you how a real pro does things. What do you... You know, babe, if you ask me, you're the real cutie here. Huh? Me? Lloyd's got his charms, but when it comes down to it, you've got him beat hands down. Celebrate our meeting, how about you join me for a little party this weekend? This guy will be there, of course, and you're free to bring some girlfriends too. Now doesn't that sound like a good time? Wait a second here, Randy. Definitely tempting. I like to take my hair down every so often, so I call up some of my friends and see who's available. Hell yeah, call them all up. How does Garant sound? That's my go-to bar in the city. He has quite the silver tongue. I suppose his claims of being a ladies' man weren't all talk after all. We came here to report on Cecile. How did it end up like this? Wow, I gotta be the luckiest guy in Crossbow. Having a few drinks with an angel like yourself is more than I could ask for. An angel, huh? I'm afraid I'm just a regular nurse, Nandi. Are you okay with that? Besides, you rock that uniform. Hell, every lady here ain't too bad, but I'm being honest with myself. But you, babe, you drive me crazy. Oh, Randy. Blush. Ain't too bad, huh? Goodness me, I think I'm going red in the face. Hello there, Mata. Don't act all innocent, Missy. Did you remember to take temperatures this afternoon? That is your job, right? Oh, and this weekend, did you somehow forget that we are overseeing an incredibly complex surgery? Whoopsie daisy! I'm really sorry, Randy. It looks like we're going to have to reschedule. See you later, everyone! Perhaps you'd like to spend the weekend with me instead, huh? I'm sure I'm angel enough for you, no? Of course. Let me just double check my schedule. Yeah, Lloyd, tag in. Randy, please. I'm terribly sorry about him, ma'am. Well, what's done is done. So, has your investigation yielded anything? Must be if you're here for Cecile. Yes, ma'am. We just finished, actually. We found a few leads, so we wanted to give her a rundown of everything. I see. Around this time, Cecile should be checking in on that girl. I don't think it's necessary to use the intercom to page her over. Oh, how about this? Why don't you guys go to Cecile and give her your report in person? She should be visiting one of our patients in the farthest room on the 3rd floor. Are we really allowed to go in a patient's room? Would we be interrupting? Of course not. The young child she's looking after is hospitalized here under special circumstances. I'm sure she'd love to have some visitors, so it would be nice if you could say hello while you're here. Sure thing. We'd be happy to. So you want us to keep the kiddo company for a bit, huh? That's right. Thanks, I appreciate it. If you'll excuse me. The really scary thing about Martha is how sharp her hearing is. You never know when she's listening, so you always have to watch what you say. I hope Cerrone went and apologized to Mr. Gable. I swear that girl's so clumsy, she's just an accident waiting to happen. Oh, it's you guys. You can find Cecile in the farthest room on the 3rd floor. Wait a minute. Are you... Is something wrong?
なんでしょう。
Can I help you? Oh, I knew it. It is you. Theo, right? You must be.
どうして
You know Theo?
ご無沙汰
It has been
してます。
some time. I thought it was you. Oh my, look how you've grown. Such a beautiful young lady. I almost didn't recognize you. Hold on, why are you with these police officers?
その
Well, a lot has happened since
い
we
ろい
last
ろ
met.
事情があってまた近いうち
I
に
apologize, but
挨拶
our
に
work
来る
today has
つもり
kept
で
us
す。
rather busy, so
今日は急ぐので
I will have to return another day for a proper visit. Oh, of course. You're right, dear. You can come back when you're not in such a rush. Anytime you like, okay? I never forget a face after treating a patient, and yet I could hardly recognize you with how much you've changed, Theo. Come again, will you? I would love to sit down and chat if you have a time. If you have a chance. Theo? Have you been here before?
ええ
Yes.
6年ほど前の
6
ことで
years
す。
ago, to be exact.
黙っているつもりで
I
は
did not
なかったん
intend
で
to
すけ
keep it
ど
a secret from all of you. I apologize. There's no need to apologize, Theo. We all have things that are hard to talk about. I'm sure you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who doesn't.
ですが
But
えいエリー
Ellie?
さんそんな顔しないの
There's no need to look so sad.
せっかくの可愛い顔
It
が
would be
台
such a
無しよ
waste for that cute face of yours to stay hidden behind a frown. Hey, each of us has different lives and experiences a hell of a lot of things. On top of that, we only know each other for a month. We all have such different backgrounds, interests, and outlooks. And despite all that, we're still able to come together and work as a team. Isn't that enough for now?
ロイドさん
Lloyd, Randy. You may be right.
少々ナーバスに
I
な
was
っていた
simply
みたいです
a bit uncomfortable discussing my past.
時間を取らせました
Well, it wasn't my
セシ
intention
ル
to
さんの
waste
ところ
valuable
に行き
time.
ましょう
Should we find Cecile?
調査結果を報
We
告
still
し
need
ない
to
と
give her our report. Right. Let's head to the third floor. Did the dialogues change? No, okay. So let me look around further. Alright. Time to visit the little girl. Hey, Cecile.
あらロイド
Oh, Lloyd. The head nurse told us that you were working up here. But, are we interrupting? No, not at all.
しずくちゃん
These are the people I was
今
telling you about,
話したからお
Shizuku.
兄さんたちよクロスベル警察
The
に
police
勤めてい
officers
る
of the CPD,
正義の
defenders of
お巡りさん
justice. The defenders of justice?
さすがにそれは過大評価だ
I
と思
think
い
you
ま
might
す
be
けど
overselling us a bit, Cecile.
えっと
Thank you for everything you do, officers.
お仕事お疲れ様です私は
My name is
しず
Shizuku McLean.
しずくマクレインって言います
We're glad to help, Shizuku. Wait, hold on.
マクレインって
You said McLean? That name definitely rings a few bells.
ひょっと
I'm
した
sure
ら
you've seen it in the
面識
papers
があるか
plenty
も
of
しれないわね
times.
しずくちゃんのお父
You
さ
see,
ん
her
は
father is none other than Arios McLean. Seriously?
風の
The
剣士
divine blade of wind. That guy's got a kid?
えっと
Do
皆
you
さん
all
は
know my father?
お父さんのお知り合いなんですか
Well, I guess you could say that. Yet was out of a tight spot a while ago, but we haven't seen him much since. Oh, is that so? I know my father can be a bit blunt sometimes, so I hope he didn't do anything to offend. No, definitely not. Honestly, meeting someone as accomplished as him pushed me to be a better myself. He certainly didn't mince his words, but it was clear he was a dependable man who truly cares about people. You have a wonderful father, don't you, Shizuku? Do you really think so? Ah, Shizuku. You're always such a daddy's girl, aren't you? Still, whenever he comes to visit, you're so shy. You should just let loose. Say stuff like, I love you, father, and give him lots of big hugs, okay? But Cecile, that's embarrassing. To imagine that workaholic getting smothered by his daughter. Agreed, it's quite hard to picture. By the way, we might have a lead for your case. Shizuku tells me that she noticed something out of the ordinary that night. She did? Well, I remember the night Litten was attacked. I was having a hard time falling asleep, so I stayed up reading my Braille books. Then, all of a sudden, I heard a scream. Really? What happened next? Well, I was curious what was happening, so I opened the window and listened very carefully. I didn't hear any more screams, but I did hear something that sounded like heavy breathing. Then, after a few minutes, I suddenly heard a thumping sound, almost like someone was jumping. And then, that's all I remember. Interesting. Did you tell the CGF all that too? To be honest, I thought I dreamt the entire thing. I only realized I hadn't when Cecile told me what happened. I'm so sorry, everyone. If only I had said something earlier. No, it's fine. We appreciate you telling us, Shizuku. Anyway, this statement supports the clues we found during our investigation on the roof. Sure does, and that scream she heard must have been Litten right before he fainted. Then those sounds afterwards could have been the wolves hunting as they jumped on the boxes to escape. Oh, and there was one other thing. Though I might have just misheard it. It's okay, Shizuku. Even the smallest detail might be an important clue. Okay. There was one more sound I thought I heard as all those other sounds were happening. It was kind of like a faint whistling coming from somewhere in the distance. Whistling. Maybe it was some kind of specific noise these monsters make? Shizuku, have you heard that particular sound before? No. I've only ever heard it that night. I must have misheard it after all. I wouldn't be so sure. Anyway, thanks for giving us your statement, Shizuku. It might end up being the clue we need. Cecile, are you ready to hear our report? I think our investigation here has helped make the truth a little bit clearer. Yes, of course. Well, Shizuku, I'll see you around dinner time, alright? Okay. I hope the rest of your shift goes well, Cecile. And good luck with your investigation, everyone. You can count on it, Shizuku. We'll definitely come visit again, okay? Cecile, that girl. Yes, she lost her eyesight in an accident several years ago. Fortunately, there's hope she may regain it someday. She's been staying at St. Ursula and undergoing treatment little by little. Well, that's good to hear.
大変ですね。
It must be very difficult for her. She's a brave girl. Since the bracer guild keeps her father busy, she gets quite lonely here. Yet despite that, she always has a smile on her face. I'd really appreciate it if you four could be her friends. I'm sure she'd like that, too. Of course, Cecile, we'd love to. She seems like a lovely girl. I certainly wouldn't mind spending more time with her. I feel the same. Leave it to me, Cecile. I used every bit of my charm to keep that smile on her face. Thank you, everyone. Now, back to business. I take it you figured something out, right? Mind filling me in? So the monsters got in through here then. Right, we still don't know what compelled them to do it. But the hospital should take some precaution for the time being. I agree. We'll have to improvise. It may be possible to set up some sort of fence to keep the monsters away. Yeah, that should do the trick. You would need something sturdy that can be easily set up. Does the hospital have anything like that? I believe we have something amongst our outdoor equipment that would work. I'll talk to the chief and see if we can get it installed soon. Heightened fence. Good work today, guys. Thanks to you all, everyone at the hospital can work worry-free. Nothing to it. We didn't do anything special. All we did was figure out how the wolves got in. Hey now, if not for you, we would never have known how to prevent something like this from happening again. If you keep this up, then before too long, the SSS will be on the front page just as often as Arios. I guarantee it. You really think so? Hell yeah, we will. Thank you for your kind words, Cecile. We will do our best. I'm glad. Lloyd, when you're able to take some time off, let's meet up, okay? I'd like to go visit his grave together. Yeah, we should do that. Oh, one last thing. When I see you next, make sure to tell me whether you're dating Ellie or Tio, okay? I'll have to congratulate you on getting your first girlfriend. I told you it wasn't like that. Oh, and I didn't mean to leave out Randy. Just let me know, okay? Whoever it is, you have my full support. How many times do I need to tell you? Hey, if it makes Cecile happy, I don't mind giving it a try. Well, I'd mind. I'd love to talk more, but I have to excuse myself here. Take care on the way back, everyone. We will. Thank you for everything. Oh, I think I'm in love. Warm, reliable, open-minded. She seems like an amazing person, Lloyd. I'm glad you think so too. We may not be real siblings, but she's family in my eyes. That reminds me, Lloyd. What exactly is your relationship with her? I'm a little curious too. You say you're not related, but I've never seen you act like such a little brother. What are you implying? Damn you, Lloyd. The whole time you were getting babied by a babe like her? I'd let her be my big sis any day. Please, switch bodies with me. Come on, man. You know what isn't possible. Actually, I think it's about time we dropped this whole pointless conversation and head back to the city. It's already evening, and we still have to put together a report for today's investigation. He dodged the question. Yes, quite blatantly at that. Curse you, Lloyd, she's totally my type too. Can you guys stop talking behind my back? I'm right here, you know. Can I go back in and talk to everyone again? Alright. We're done here pretty much. Heading back already? If you're returning to Crossbar City, I recommend you wait at the bus stop right over there. No need to hurry, though. There will be more buses coming before the day ends. Okay then. Should we wait for the bus? According to the schedule, one is supposed to come in 15 minutes. That's modern conveniences for you. And they got them coming all the way till 11 PM? The fare's really cheap too. I recall the city is managing the buses. Given the pricing and schedule, I can only wonder if they make a profit though. You have to remember that the hospital is important to everyone in Prosperous State. Given the high demand and room in the state budget, they must have enough mirror to fund the service. That makes sense. Being able to visit the hospital this easily is definitely something to be thankful for. And the 3 others were exactly the people who were leaving today. So that's also a fitting detail. Oh, and you're still fishing there? Or sitting there? What a beautiful sunset. Yes, it is indeed beautiful. Almost overwhelmingly so. After a day packed with walking around, this bus feels like a gift for my ears. Man, imagine we got our hands on our own car. Yeah, I wouldn't count on that. I think the investigative divisions use one though. If I recall correctly, I believe that each First Division detective has a private car prepared for them. Seriously? I understand special treatment, but that seems excessive. It's time like this, but it really sucks to be the misfits. Well, it's no use wishing for stuff we can't get. Besides, traveling on the highway is pretty good training, don't you think? Though I'm hesitant to agree, I can't deny it. I take it we'll not be conducting any further investigations today, correct? Yeah, we can make our way to mines tomorrow. Like I said, let's head back for now and write up our report. Roger. I think today was more exhausting than we were expecting. We got that right, but man, it was all worth to meet an angel like Cecile. Alright, next time I'm gonna get her to hit the clubs with me. You're persistent, Randy, I give you that. And the white wolf again. But it's probably not him because we heard from Lytton that he saw black fur. Lloyd and the others returned to the SSS that night and began compiling a report of a day's investigation. The newly found evidence, uncertainties, and theories were all discussed and organized for Sergei's convenience. And before they knew it, the clock had struck midnight. Once finished, they returned to their respective rooms, exhausted, and fell asleep. Wait, guy. What do you mean you're gonna go on a trip? Where are you even going? The Principality of Rumeferia. Don't worry, I should be back in a month or two. Might even be as short as 2 weeks, depending on how things go. No, I get that, but you're a CPD detective, aren't you? Is it really okay for you to leave Crostal for that long? What's with that long face? Are you that sad your big brother's going away for a bit? Poor little Lloyd, are you gonna be lonely here by yourself? I'm perfectly fine on my own. Why stop at 2 months? You can leave for 2 years for all I care. Whoa, relax, I was just kidding. You see, the truth is, I'm not going to Rumeferia for fun. This is a top secret job, Lloyd. Sounds fishy to me. I mean, top secret? What kind of secrets are we even talking about? I knew you were going to ask that. Well, I can't dive into specifics, but I'm in charge of escorting this cute little girl back to her home. The girl and I are escaping to Rumeferia, a beautiful northern country. So tell me, just how jealous are you? Okay, no more joking around. I asked the neighbors to look after you while I'm away. Make sure you get dinner and all that. Breakfast and lunch are your job, though. I'm not a kid, I can cook my own meals. Wait, that's besides the point. Cute little girl? Just what exactly are you trying to pull, guy? What are you going to do if Cecile finds out about all of this? What does Cecile have to do with any of this? What does she... You're impossible! What could she possibly see in this massive idiot? For your information, I've already discussed with her. Yeah, there seems to be a little misunderstanding here, Lloyd. Even though I call it a trip, it's still very much police work. And the girl's only years old. A dream? I haven't thought about that in forever. I must have been around 12 when it happened? Or was it 13? And if I remember correctly after that... Lloyd speaking? Good, you're up. Have you finished the report yet? Yes, sir. Yesterday's investigation is all written up. Excellent. Now round up everyone and come to my office. You have guests. Excuse us, sir. Deputy Commander Belts. Man, how did I know? Good morning, you four. Morning, everyone. It's nice to see you, Deputy Commander. We thought our guest might be you. She just happened to drop by. Apparently, she wants to hear about how your investigation is going. Yeah, of course, but isn't this on pretty short notice? We still haven't been able to investigate mines yet. I apologize, everyone, but it wasn't my intention to rush. The situation, however, has changed. What do you mean? Up until yesterday, the Guardian Force was conducting regular patrols and providing security to mines. However, this morning it was decided that we had to issue a full withdrawal. You're withdrawing the guardsmen? But it's only been 3 days since the last monster sighting. Correct. We had planned on providing security for at least another week. But the order came directly from the CGF's commander. He claimed it was a waste of resources. He thinks protecting innocent civilians is a waste? I've never liked that spineless kiss-ass. You know him? Oh yeah, when I was serving at Belgard Gate, I saw him loads of times. Basically, as top dog of a Guardian Force and buddy with some Imperial faction big shot. He's more a fan of whining and dining rather than actually doing his job. So the rumors are true after all. However, wouldn't the CGF pulling out this early present the problem? It would be too dangerous. Yes, precisely. If the attacks were limited to one location, it might have been handed off to the guild. But unfortunately, the attacks covered too wide of an area. As Deputy Commander of a Crossbow Guardian Force, I can't turn a blind eye to this. The problem is that we weren't able to neutralize the monsters after 3 weeks of investigating. And despite the attacks happening all throughout Crossbill, the actual damages weren't all that serious. With that as pretext, the commander gave the order to cease all operations related to the matter immediately. So that's how it happens. Oh, how rude of me. I still haven't introduced you yet, haven't I? This is Sergeant Major Cecile. She's young but extremely skilled in both combat and operating orbital vehicles. She serves as my aide-de-camp. I'm Noel Seeker. It's nice to officially meet you, all of you. Nice to meet you too. Hold on, you said your last name was Seeker? By any chance, are you related to Fran, one of the CPD's receptionists? I am, Fran's my little sister. What a small world. I'm glad to know she has such dependable co-workers at the CPD. I'd say she's the dependable one. She's really helped us out a lot already. So you're the Sergeant Major I heard so much about. Sergeant Major Seeker, the young guard who's become Tagram's shining beacon of hope. I wouldn't go that far. Besides, I've heard about you too, Randy. The Belgard forces have had a lot to say. It's nice to finally put a face to the stories. Guess my reputation precedes me. What kind of stories are we talking about? Primarily ones involving escapades with women, I assume. You got me there. The guys were always jealous of my skills with the ladies. I mean, I would be too if I were in their shoes. I'll politely ask for you to leave things at that, Orlando. So, as you may be able to tell, we found ourselves in a problematic situation. I think now your investigation may be our only chance to make it through this. To be blunt, I'm grasping at straws here. I need to know what you find out. Of course. You are about to submit our report to the chief anyways, so we can brief you as well, since you're here. That's that then. Well, Sonia, what do you think of my rookies? They've exceeded my expectations. The legend of the divine wolves and how the culprits appeared on the roof of St. Ursula Medical College? What do you make of all this, Seeker? Honestly, I'm surprised. I guess a trained detective is just able to spot things we couldn't. It's more than simply the observation seeker. It's the entire deductive process. Very well, it's decided then. I'll entrust the rest of the mine's investigation to the Special Support Section. With you four heading the operation, perhaps new, unexpected leads may come to light. Understood. We'll continue our investigation as planned. Doesn't that mean we'll be going against the CGF's commander's orders, though? Well, the orders I was given didn't specify to have you abandon the case as well. And if you happen to uncover a solid lead, it would give us more than enough reason to involve ourselves once more. So I trust you have no objections, yes? None at all, ma'am. Very clever, Deputy Commander. Just so you know, it seems that the monsters were able to predict our strategies and movements. Acting as a small team instead of a large unit is probably smarter. With luck, you may even be able to catch them unaware. At least, that's what I hope. Got it. Thanks for the heads up. If possible, I'd like to head over to Mines ASAP. Yes, that would be for the best. If you uncover anything substantial, contact my office at Tangram Gate. Sergei, would you mind saving our other conversation for another day? No complaints here. Be careful out there, you got it? Don't go pushing your luck. You want to talk. Seeker, let's go. Yes, ma'am. I'll be taking my leave. She sure is a busy woman. Yes, she is. Apparently she oversaw the entire withdrawal of the troops from Mines early this morning. A real shame she's at the mercy of that incompetent sleazebag boss of hers. Not only that, she's got to keep a constant eye on the Calvardian border. Basically, she's always drawing the short end of the stick. I can only imagine. By the way, have you known the Deputy Commander for a while? The two of you did seem quite comfortable with each other. Come to think of it, Deputy Commander Bells was the one who recommended me here in the first place. What kind of relationship are you hiding from us, boss? Calm down, she's just an old friend. More importantly, it's clear to me that your investigation yesterday really put you guys through the ringer. You still gotta head to Mines, but don't tell me you're planning to hike all the way there on foot again. Definitely not. Yesterday I just had some unique circumstances. We intend to take the bus today whenever possible. Oh, is that right? And here I thought you were following the braces example. The braces example? Yeah, what are you talking about? It's kind of a whole initiation thing. They have junior bracers too, the surrounding area on foot. That way they build up stamina, pile up loads of combat experience, and most importantly, get the lay of the land. 3 birds, 1 stone. That does seem pretty effective. Ah, that makes sense. No wonder they're so good at what they do. Perhaps that is what Estelle and Joshua are doing when we met them yesterday. So they've already started that tour of Cosper then. How diligent of them. Those two have got an impressive amount of experience under their belts. I even heard they were a big part of the effort to fix the whole fiasco what happened in Liberal last year. The Liberal incident? That was when Orbital Power suddenly shut down all across the country. For real? That sounds pretty serious. If they're really that skilled, then it makes sense they're able to wipe out those monsters so easily. He and Crossfield were no more than rookies, just like you. They might just surpass you before you know it though, so keep at it and try not to let them get too far ahead. If you take too long on this case, you can bet the guild's gonna swoop in. We'll get to the bottom of it, sir. Let's set our minds as soon as we're ready. We'll leave through the north exit. The bus stop should be right ahead. Let's resupply and double check our gear while we're here. I also advise checking the terminal before we leave. Well, guess we better get going. Estelle and Joshua Bright, huh? They seem to have quite the history, those two. Remember, if we don't work quickly, the guild is bound to get involved. And if that doesn't sound appealing, we'll just have to work harder. Is he trying to encourage us? I can't quite tell. Okay, what do we have? Mainz Mountain Path, Monster Extermination. As a dangerous monster, Fall Eagle has been sighted on the side of a Mainz Mountain Path. We asked to deal with this swiftly. This monster specializes in blinding attacks. Abandoned apartment monster cleanup. From Imelda. My apartment complex, Mason Imelda, is crawling with monsters. I request aid from any capable exterminators. Please make haste to my antique shop in the back alley. Inspection assistance wanted. Inspection Officer Quattro. I'm urgently requesting help with inspecting the train bound for the Empire. I take all the help I can get. I'll be waiting inside Crossbar Station. Okay, those are our new quests, plus the old one with Oscar. Good, but I end this episode here, and next time will probably be another exploration. And I see how I cut the whole mess with the hospital. Until next time then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.